Hey Dr. Daniel, you seem to have a lot of free land around you, with a lot of nice pasture, very nice place. How about you just let the chickens out, they eat the grass, they eat everything. That way you get to save more money and then you get more profit. Well, unfortunately I can't free range my birds, even if I really wanted. Today, I'm going to tell you guys why I cannot free range them. So please, stick around. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel, a practicing medical doctor, very passionate about poultry farming. I guess you can tell so right from the way I'm talking, yeah? I love poultry farming with all my heart, love chickens and everything. And I'm here to help you grow your poultry farm. So if this is your first time clicking on the channel, please click the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you never miss out on any upload that I put up. And don't forget to smash that like button. Now, starting a poultry farm can mean to be quite tasking and tiresome, There's a lot of information you have to get, a lot of intricacies involved, a very steep learning curve. It can be quite stressful sometimes. And having someone to, hold your hand, direct you along the path as you grow, can help you save a lot of obstacles, face a lot of obstacles and overcome them, and save a lot of time and money. Throughout my process of keeping chickens, I've picked up a lot of valuable information that I've used to make my life easy, and I believe will be able to make your poultry farming journey easier. So I offer consultation services to help you along this journey of poultry farming. So at a small subscription fee, we get to engage ourselves, I work with you, you work with me. That way I can help you along with your journey so that you make less mistakes, so that life is easier for you. So hit me up with an email. I leave the email in the description box below. That way we can fulfill your dream of farming upwards. So back to the farm. Right here, I have a poultry structure and I have around 750 birds currently. Now, I started with 800 birds, but I know you guys have read in my stories before, yeah? I've had, at the beginning, I lost a few birds, very few birds, because I was naive. Some of them fell in the fire and something like that. And then in the recent past, probably around 4 or 5 months ago, I got attacked by a disease on the farm that took part of my flock, a few tens of birds. And then you just have occasionally a random bird that dies due to suffocation or something like that. So I'm down to 750, and I use the deep litter system to keep my birds. Now if you don't know what the deep litter system is, just know it's what I use, yeah? So you have a barn, you construct a chicken house, which is a barn, put litter on the floor, usually from coffee husks or wood shavings, anything like that, and then the birds get to roam around. You provide them with food, provide them with water, they just roam around, they get to scratch the ground, and then they sleep in the same house, feed in the same house, poop in the same house, but you make sure that the conditions are good enough. In my videos, it appears that I have lots and lots of land all around me. You can see a lot of fresh grass around and everything, but that's deceptive. It's just what it appears. It's not what it is. Now, if you guys are from Africa, or at least from Uganda, I know that's how it is from here, and I know in very many parts of Africa, land is owned in an interesting way, yeah? So if I own land, a big, huge piece of land, probably acres and acres, I'll probably have children. And in Africa, we have lots and lots of children, yeah? So probably 10, 15, 20 children, and then maybe 10 of them are sons. So what will happen is that I'll divide the land in between my 10 sons. And then my sons will also divide the land for their 10 sons. So this has been happening for generations and generations. I don't know why it's not done for daughters. Well, the daughters are married off, so they go and own property at the husband's place. But the guys get to own the land. And since it has been happening for generations, currently our parents have small chunks of land. It's not very big. Those days they would have, hundreds of acres. Currently, it's just a few acres. And due to the fact that my father is not close to dying anytime soon, he hasn't yet divided his land. And there's no heir yet. I think there's no heir yet. So what I did when I was starting my poultry farm is that I asked him for a small portion of land for me to be able to put up the structure. And he let me use around 1/3 of an acre. This place is around 1/3 of an acre, not even half of an acre. And then as you guys might see, part of it has a banana plantation for us to be able to get food. And then part of it has the chicken structure, which probably takes up again 1/3 of the whole area. So I just have a very small portion to use for everything. That means there is very little space. If we put the chicken structure away, there is very little space left. Now let me tell you guys about free range farming. If you're going to be doing free range chicken farming, the recommendation is 50 birds per acre. if you're going to be doing it for a long time, 2 years, 3, 4, 5 years, if you're going to be doing it for 1 year, you can use, 100 birds, sometimes even up to 500 birds per acre. But if you're going to be doing it for a long time and you put more than 50 birds on that acre, they're going to mess it up. It's going to grow barren because there's not enough time for it to regenerate and everything, for the grass to grow back and for everything to grow back. So for someone like me who has 750 birds, you can imagine how many acres I would need. So many acres. I would probably need around 15 acres for me to be able to keep my birds on free range. And well, I have less than a third of an acre to make use of. So yeah, that's the number one reason why I can't keep my birds on a free range system. The space just can't allow me. Right here, there is a football pitch owned by a school, a very nearby school. Then right here, the land just in front of me is owned by a church. So that's land that I can't invade into. In the future, I'm planning on getting, my own piece of land, a bigger piece of land. But I believe with the number of birds that I want to keep, I will still not be able to do it on free range. Then the second reason why I can't use free range farming here is because of diseases. Now, if you're in a really developed country, for example, in the US or in the UK or some of those countries, you don't really understand the peril we go through, the thing called diseases. Now, these diseases are really terrible for us because lots of people around keep chickens. Our home, we have chickens. My uncle over there has chickens. My grandparents and everyone around, they have chickens. And their chickens are free range. They have a few chickens, not very many, probably 10, 15 chickens every household. And those chickens are free range. What that means is that the chickens get to move around and pick all kinds of diseases and then they bring them back home. And the other thing is that we have birds, coming in because the diseases are endemic in the area. You have birds, coming in from the trees. They come around because they know we keep chickens around. We always have chicken feeds available, for the chickens to eat at. So birds will come trying to scavenge for some of that chicken feed. And those two bring in the diseases. And we have a very terrible disease. I know if you're keeping chickens, you should know about it. Newcastle disease. It's very bad, very, very bad. It can kill up to 90% or even 100% of your flock. So I don't want to play, daredevil with the devil. I don't want to dare the devil. So it's better to just keep it away, keep the diseases away. That way I'll be peaceful, not suffer heart attacks because all my birds are dying. And then my fence is very porous, yeah? There's a small space in the fence, and then the fence itself has very big spaces where chickens can pass, and those chickens will be able to come through and bring diseases. So if the outside chickens can go through the fence and then my chickens are also in here, we're going to have a lot of trouble with diseases. So you're thinking, how come the other birds, the local birds, never get sick from Newcastle? They do. They actually do. But the other advantage they have is that they are genetically more resistant because, they have been growing here. They have reproduced in such a way that their genes are stronger in preventing these diseases, Newcastle disease and all these other kinds of diseases. They are stronger. Their bodies are stronger. Unlike my layer chickens here, they are developed from other places and they are not made to be very strong and resistant to these diseases. They are made to lay as many eggs as possible. Then the other thing, which is also very important, is the labor. Yeah, I can't afford to have a lot of labor. This place, you can see the fence and all this kind of stuff. I would suffer from a lot of thefts if I dare to free range my birds because someone can easily jump over the fence and pick one chicken and take it. So it's not very secure for me to have very many birds in such a space with no security. I don't have a dog over here, like a security dog. I'll be getting one soon, probably, but I don't. And then I have just one person helping me work, and he has a lot of work to do. So in the end, it's just not very cost effective. It doesn't make a lot of sense for me to free range my birds. So for those reasons, for those three very important reasons, I do the deep litter system. That way I can control everything a bit better without having to take my birds through the torment and the torture of keeping my birds in cages. But if you want to use the free range system, it's very okay. I actually think it's even better than deep litter. I can't afford it, but it's a better option. The birds enjoy even more, and in the end, we are getting money from the birds. The best that we can give them is some kind of freedom, some kind of joy, so that the sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice of dying at the end of it all, is worth it. At least they have had some pleasure. So guys, thanks for watching. In case you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'll try to answer as many as possible. Like I said, I offer consultation. Don't forget to hit me up in my email, and don't forget to share the video with your friends. That way we all get this knowledge and grow bigger. Lots of love. See you guys in the next upload. Bye bye.